a few weeks ago, I was explaining codependency to a few of my friends, basically like 2 different friends. I had to break down codependency, and for this movie to come out, it's just confirmation. That's my confirmation. It's like, y'all gotta pay attention to the signs, because sometimes I get discouraged and I don't want to speak about certain things because I feel like it's not appreciated. But this was a sign. This was a sign to me to keep doing what I'm doing. So let's get into it. If you watch this movie, one of the main issues she was dealing with was codependency. But believe it or not, codependency is a huge issue for men and women. In this video, I'm going to break down the different types of codependency to let you know if you may be codependent. Okay, so originally, codependency was used to describe people whose lives were affected as a result to them being involved with someone who was chemically dependent. For example, if your mama, your daddy, your spouse had substance abuse problems, it's like you were considered codependent because you developed a pattern of coping with life that was not healthy because of them. A more updated definition of codependency by Melody Petit, the author of Codependent No More, simply says that a codependent person is one who has to let another person's behavior affect him or her, and who is obsessed with controlling that person's behavior. In other words, you want to change situations that you can't change, or you stick in situations thinking that you're going to make it better. Or, for example, like in the movie, she come from a good family. Her codependency most likely comes from what she was taught as a child. Her parents told her no matter how hard marriage get, you stick with it. Some women were taught that these behaviors were desirable feminine attributes. Okay, let's get into the different types. Number 1, caretaking. Caretaking codependents think and feel responsible for other people. For other people's feelings, thoughts, actions, choices, wants, needs, all that. They feel guilty when other people have a problem. They feel compelled and almost forced to help that person solve the problem. So they find themselves saying yes when they really want to say no. They try to please others instead of themselves. They feel safest when given. They find themselves attracted to needy people. They find needy people attracted to them. They feel bored, empty, and worthless if they don't have a crisis in their lives, a problem to solve, or someone to help. They also feel angry, victimized, unappreciated, and used. Those are just a few of the things that caretaking codependents deal with. I'm pushed for time, but there's about 6 more different types of codependency. I'll break them all down and give you examples in my next post. Again, codependency affects men and women. One of the ways it was affecting one of my male friends was he just felt like he had to save everybody in his family. It's like when he couldn't do something about the things that was going on in his family, it really stressed him out. It really caused his anxiety. And I told him, I said, that's the codependency in you. And he had no idea that that's what he was dealing with, because for so many years, since he first started working, his family had done just been like milking him and just depending on him and just like basically neglecting himself. And he'll get into it with them and he'll still be so concerned and so loving and just wanting to help. And that's the codependency in him, you know. That's just the example of the caretaking, the caregiving codependent. Is so many more. If y'all want a part 2, like this video, and I'll probably post part 2 later on this afternoon or in the morning.